Hi, I'm Sophia, a vet technician here at Lock Haven Veterinary Hospital, and today I have Dr. McIntosh, who is going to talk about puppy care. Dr. McIntosh, what is the most important thing to know about raising a puppy?
There's a lot of things to know about raising a puppy, but the one thing we want to remember is that all of the information our puppy is getting from the world is usually coming from us. So if we're not teaching the puppy how to do it or what to do, they're not learning it from anywhere else. So making sure that we've got appropriate expectations for what our puppy needs to learn is hugely important, and remembering that literally when they're not with us, they're not learning it from anybody else.
What should I consider before adopting or buying a puppy?
So big things that need to be considered are going to be your environment, your lifestyle, what kind of home you have. So is it a big yard with a house with space in it? Are we looking at a one-bedroom apartment? You can certainly have puppies in all of those situations, but the kind of puppy you get or the size of breed of dog that you end up with really depends on what your lifestyle is going to be and what fits you. So you certainly don't want a working dog with a household that's not very active.
What should I look for in a puppy?
So biggest things are going to be, if you're picking out a puppy, make sure that it's something that comes up to you, that's engaged, that's looks like it's nice and healthy. You don't want to go for the tiniest and the skinniest puppy because they probably have issues. But you definitely want to look for a puppy that's getting engaged with the people that are coming out to touch it or handle it. And you certainly don't want to see any growling or teeth or any early signs of aggression in a puppy, because that means that something's wrong.
How can I puppy-proof my house?
So puppy proofing is hugely important. Certainly, number one is going to be always supervise your puppy when they're out. So you don't ever want to have them in a position where you don't know where they are or you don't have eyes on them. But in the areas that you're going to keep your puppy and supervise your puppy, you want to make sure there's no cords, you want to make sure there's nothing they can fall off of or fall into, make sure there's nothing that if they put it in their mouth, they're going to either swallow it or get injured by it. So making sure we pick up all of the little things, making sure they can't get underneath or behind something and get stuck. All of those things are really important for puppy proofing. And then again, things that you don't want them to chew on, if it's on the floor, not nailed to the ground, it is fair game. So making sure that we have appropriate toys are going to be really important for puppies.
Is it possible to care for a puppy while working full-time?
Yes, but also it depends on what kind of puppy, how big your puppy is, how young your puppy is, and do you have a good support system. So, you certainly don't want to get a puppy and then be gone for 12 to 24 hours a day. That's just not fair to the puppy. So making sure that if you do work really long hours, you've got somebody coming in who's a neighbor or a friend or kid down the street or something like that, who is coming in and helping you walk your puppy in the middle of the day so that they don't have to hold it all day long. But making sure you spend the time to interact with your puppy when you're there. And again, depends on what your support system is. If you work full time but there's other people in the home, that's going to be better and more ideal to train a puppy.
How long can a puppy be left alone?
So it depends on the age and the size of the puppy. Little tiny puppies who are really, really young can stay alone for shorter periods of time because they have little tiny bladders and they can't hold their pee very long. So dependent on how old your puppy is, whether or not your puppy's eating on a regular basis, and what kind of breed, what size the puppy, and the age of the puppy at the time is going to be dependent on how long your puppy can stay alone by itself.